Hi, I'm Richard from Big Music. I'm here at the AMAC show on the Gold Coast. I'm with Bragan Russell from Boss, and he's going to show us through some of the great new pedals.
Nice to see you, Richard. I am. I'm going to show you the brand new Waza craft pedals from Boss. You're probably wondering what Waza is all about. Well, this little Japanese symbol here translates from Japanese to English as art, craftsmanship, or technique. So hats off to the Boss engineers and designers over the years for all their contributions to pedal design. I think it's a nice thing. Each one of these pedals here is using a discrete analog circuit and has 2 switchable modes on board. I just want to take you through an overview really quickly,
Cool.
Just show you what's going on. The first one here is the SD1W Blues driver. Now the original BD2 is staying in the Boss pedal lineup, so don't worry about that. This is a complete redesign of that original pedal. Like I said, discrete analog circuit, carefully hand-picked components that have been best matched to the overall circuit design. What this is doing is improving the response and feel of the original pedal.
Right.
So when I look at it in standard mode here, I'm getting a more sort of modern version of that original pedal sound. It's more reactive to the guitar and the way the guitarist plays. In real terms, when I play softly, it cleans right up, but when I dig in, it really delivers that sort of dirty blues driver tone. Should we take a listen?
Yeah.
I'll just play something really gently so you hear what I'm talking about. Softly. It's really nice.
Sweet and mellow.
Not too dirty. And then when I dig in, of course, it just delivers that lovely tone that we were expecting from a blues driver pedal. If I flick it over to custom mode, the bottom end and the low mids are tighter with more compression. So it delivers up a more well-rounded drive tone that's just awesome for guitar solos. Just sings for days. See what I mean?
Cool.
Really, really like it. The next one here is the SD1W. Now this is based on the original Super Overdrive from 1981. That pedal in itself is based on the original OD1 back in the late 70s. What they did at the time was they added in a tone control, and this opened up a whole sort of portal of possibilities for guitarists because they had control over their tone. Great, iconic, throaty, mid-range growl. Heard just by countless guitarists. Eddie Van Halen, for example.
Yeah, I was going to ask who are some of the artists that might have used similar sounds.
Yeah, sure. Eddie Van Halen on this. The Edge, for example. John 5, if you want to bring it up to modern day times. It's iconic. So many records, classic rock players. This is what it sounds like. This standard version of this pedal. Classic sound, right?
Love it.
Totally. If I flick it over to custom, it's just a little bit more. It's more well-rounded. There's that X factor that people were looking for in the original SD1. We've added it here into the SD1W in custom mode. That sounds like this.
Are you adjusting your tone knobs at all when you're changing from one to the other?
Not at all, no. I'm not touching the guitar. Like I said, this is more responsive. It's more reactionary to the way the guitarist plays. Again, with this pedal here, I play softly, it cleans up. It's not linear at all. This has got a whole level of possibilities tonally.
Cool.
Really, really nice. The third one I want to show you here is this puppy here, the DM2W. Now, if you know anything about analog delays, the DM2 changed the way guitarists looked at how they played. It defined new wave guitar playing, essentially. Guys like the Edge wouldn't have been around if it wasn't for this pedal. What we've got here is original Bucket Brigade analog technology going on inside this analog pedal. Okay, we've handpicked all the components to best match that circuit design, but to absolutely replicate the original DM2. So when I switch it on to standard mode here, we are literally getting that original 1981 really short 300 millisecond analog delay. Yep. Short, sharp. Yeah, you must remember it.
Yeah.
Great for slapback playing. unmistakable.
Yep.
Now look, if I flick it over to custom mode here, we've taken that analog delay at 300 milliseconds and we've doubled it. So now you're getting 600 milliseconds of delay, of analog delay. That sounds like this. Much longer delay time, which is great news.
Very cool.
This opens up a whole slew of possibilities, of course. Just have fun with that forever. Gorgeous, really well-rounded, warm analog delay. The other key feature with this is that it is clock noise free, and this is something that's hard to find in an analog delay pedal. Anything past sort of 400 milliseconds, you start getting this pulse that just you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Boss have eliminated that in the DM2W.
Right.
600 milliseconds of clock noise free analog bucket brigade technology going on right in this puppy. It's a must have, absolutely. A couple of cool other things I'll quickly show you. We've incorporated a rate input here. So I'm using an EV5. So I can actually create a whole bunch of sort of self oscillation effects using the one pedal and the expression.
Oh, cool.
You can just have fun with that for days and days and days.
Like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And lastly, I've got a direct out here as well, so I can run the clean, unaffected signal to one amplifier, and I can run the delay through to another amplifier. Huge amount of tonal possibilities with all three of these pedals. The original BD2 over here is provided in the standard mode, but this is a modern day version of it here in custom mode.
Yep.
The SD1W is just reinforcing that super overdrive is just as important today as it was 30 years ago. And the DM2W is just a must-have for any analog delay fans that are out there. Check it out.
Well, thanks very much, Bragan. It's great to see some fabulous old pedals kind of reinvented and made modern again. So great job. Thanks very much, and back to the show.